Hi everyone. Just got back from seeing the Avengers. What'd you think?
Who are you asking? Sure, why not? To tell you the truth, you know, I liked it. It's a pretty good movie overall, but it was kind of one of those things. It's like, you know, there were parts about it that, you know, it's tougher to digest than others. But you know what? As far as the fights and effects go, can't beat it. It's like the best movie come out so far.
I think the story was a little well-rounded. I mean, considering it's another one of those movie scripts, not straight pulled from the pages of a comic.
I don't know. It's like, for example, to get the team together, Nick Fury didn't come across so much as a badass as he came across like, you know, like your mom wanting you to get along with your brothers and sisters.
Well, yeah. I feel you on that. Definitely.
Actually, yeah. I was expecting Nick Fury to be more of a badass. From what I hear, I don't read Ultimates, from what I've heard and from certain storyline plots that's been going on, he's like more of a hard ass than he was in the movie. But for me, that was the best movie I've seen this year so far.
Which means you ain't get to the movies, but
you gotta go see The Raid Redemption. Oh my goodness.
Nope, gotta wait for it on DVD.
Yeah,
I didn't get to see that.
I'm telling you, Indonesia's bringing it hard, brother.
They came through crazy.
Anyway, this is not about that.
Yeah, it's not about that.
This is not about that.
Like when I was watching it, there wasn't any real plot holes I could see. Not major anyway. There was probably minor ones that I missed here and there, but as far as major plot holes, I didn't see any.
What you thought it was? Wrath of the Titans?
Oh god.
It was basically a story about getting a band together, making the band work along, and then at the end, when everything starts to gel, they become an unstoppable force. So
yeah,
it's, you know.
And like I said in the theater, what about this movie? What X-Men failed at was you actually saw teamwork. They actually worked as a team. Like there were scenes where you saw Captain America working with Iron Man. You saw the Hulk working with Thor. Thor working with Iron Man. Unlike X-Men, and that was in every X-Men movie. It was always one-on-one fights. You have teams, but it was always one-on-one fights. It's like, what's the point of having a team? You're just gonna have one-on-one fights.
It's like Kill Bill. We got 88 people, but guess what? Go attack them one at a time.
Only with Kill Bill it made sense because it was a throwback to those type of movies back in the day.
You know, that's mook chivalry. I mean, like there's 10 of us, but only 3 of us can really get at you at a time. So, you know, I don't want to cut my friend trying to get you all 10 of us.
Space deprivation.
There you go. It's like, you know, they're choked off like 300. They couldn't get that narrow pass.
But for this one, yeah, there was actual teamwork. Okay, spoilers alert. If you don't want to know anything about the movie, turn this off right now. Because, yeah, we're about to get in. We're about to go in. Yo, the best part of the movie for me was the Hulk smashing the shit out of Loki. Yo, that made my movie.
I gotta say, the Hulk was greasy.
Agreed.
He was, greasy.
Okay, I got one. Most overrated.
What do you mean that bad?
The most overrated
the argument scene?
No, character-wise, but
I still think it's Black Widow. Black Widow is like, she's badass, but she's not that badass. So it's like,
I was kind of thinking Hawkeye, only because I'm still.
No, Hawkeye is nice like that.
Hawkeye is nice like that, but it's...
And it didn't take him too far.
Yeah, he was a little hard to swallow in some points. Like, yeah, you can shoot down, like, zooming aircraft with a bow and arrow. Fine, you know, it's not. Yeah. We don't expect it to be true to life, like, you know, archery physics or nothing like that.
No, I'm just saying.
You know when they went overboard was when they had him hand-to-hand fighting.
Yes.
He's not that nice hand-to-hand fighting.
And what the hell is a collapsible bow made out of? I'm just saying.
His bow was made out of magic.
Well, that one I chalk off to suspension of disbelief. That's I chalk that one off to suspension of disbelief.
I'll chalk that.
Because then you gotta sit there like, yo, how is his hammer hitting as a shield and it's not breaking? What the hell is the
Well, we know. We know that Thor's hammer is magic metal.
But Captain America shield made of vibranium.
Yeah, vibranium.
But like I said,
suspension of disbelief. That's
there's a plot hole for you right there. Thor was calm and rational until he was fighting Iron Man. Then he wasn't very calm or rational.
Yeah,
he was like, what?
He's like,
drop the hammer. He's like, drop the.
I'll drop it right on your head.
I was like, wow, he's got that rage. I thought that was Hulk with the rage issues here, but okay, fine.
Yeah, but I chalked those under suspension of disbelief. There was nothing really way out there that you're like.
Loki really gets under his skin and makes him upset.
Explain that. At least they had explanations for everything.
Okay, well, can you grab somebody by the shoulders through and jab them through with a pointy object and usually use them as a secondary steering device? Will that work? Let's call Mythbusters.
Alien device.
Alien device. Okay.
Oh boy.
Alien device.
Alien device.
Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's skill. Chekhov's gunman. No,
Chekhov's gun. There you go. Chekhov's gun.
So I didn't see too much of that though. I mean, unless
not really.
I mean,
the only thing I can say is Captain America shield standing up to the hammer. Yes, I can see that part maybe alone. Captain America standing up behind it. Nah, I was just like,
the shield would be okay, but the man would not.
no, yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? The skeleton is dust.
That's the same thing as when Iron Man got caught in the blades. His body should have been all twisted up. The suit would have been fine, but his leg should have been on the other side of his head. His arm should have been up his ass.
All the way up there, huh?
He got grinded. It's like,
no, he was more,
Yeah,
it was more like,
they showed it. He was more
bouncing against the under
spine should have been
blade.
No, because then his body has to stretch. And then the suit would have to stretch.
Yeah.
Metal don't stretch, so.
But it should stretch. It's malleable property.
metal twists.
Like,
No.
it'll either break or it'll pull.
If it looked like Stretch Armstrong.
I'm sorry. Physics class.
This ain't taffy metal.
Whatever it's made out of, it's its purpose.
There you go.
Whatever it does, that's what it does.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think Captain America was the mildly overrated, only because the whole gunship jumping while this thing is falling, outside effects have nothing to do with him being from midair going like platform jumping.
Well, we don't have to. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about the physics of it, and it's like, well, we should agree that if it's falling out the sky, everybody should be in zero gravity. Whatever. Like it worked for Thor when he was doing his own whatever.
Well, that's Thor.
Yeah, but everybody else, I was like, fine.
I do like the throwback swag that Thor swung his hammer before taking flight. That was the majority of the time. I love that.
Swinging it like he just throw his hammer hell of a far and just travel with it. And that was like, that's classic Thor. I was like, I can dig that.
Yeah. So the Hulk when he threw his hammer,
the Hulk got clocked. Yeah. Wow, because Thor was sitting there waiting for a long time for his hammer. Okay, there was a scene where the Hulk fights Thor. Thor is sitting there waiting a long time for his hammer. He's just waiting for it to come. Then the Hulk just charges him. He gets the hammer just in time and clocks the shit out of him right in his jaw.
And we're talking and we're not talking just regularly came across with a mean right hand.
My man spun around 360 degrees.
No, we're talking Little Mac. You got the star in NES Punch Out.
You said NES Punch Out. Wow.
Yeah, that's how. Tell me that's not how you got caught though.
You're taking me back in time. He did catch him nicely with that one, but you know what? They never forgot it.
Yeah, we'll say that. We're not even gonna spoil that.
Yeah.
Never forgot it.
Never forgot it.
I mean, I was surprised that Joss Whedon, who wrote the thing. What else did he write though? Joss Whedon.
Besides Buffy and Angel, he wrote Cabin in the Woods, which was really good, by the way.
Yeah, Cabin
in the Woods was really good. Cabin in the Woods is on the Buffy scale.
Am I getting confused? Like, who wrote Star Trek? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting confused with J.J. Abrams. He's the one who did Star Trek. I was like, it was kind of along that same kind of like kind of updating the characters to be like this kind of like I guess with it kind of badass, except for Cap, But I could never really buy the Cap was like he was really broke up about the fact that he no longer lived in like 1940 something.
Yeah,
he was just like, man, things are weird. Okay,
it was a half and half thing with that because when I was sitting there watching,
the $10 bet was great.
I was wondering how long after Captain America was brought back did this take place? Because there's a certain time limit there where you should just get used to the fact that the world's changed. Well, if it was like 3 weeks later, I can understand. If it's months later, it's like, you have an apartment. You should be used to it by now.
Yes, your TV's in color.
What's the strange man in the box?
Get him out of the box. You tore apart the TV.
I noticed they did kind of play with him a little bit because they gave everybody else like they gave Iron Man like this black box that detached and then slid back together and it gained into his systems like through wireless connection or whatever, and he can minority report his data as he
had a minority report cell phone.
They give Captain America a manila folder with some pictures in it. And they just, well, do you think you can handle this?
They had to do something that suits him as a person. Because think about it, they at least did recruit everyone personally. Bruce Banner, they brought the scientific data. Captain America, we have a mission for you, and gave it him the way he's used to receiving it. And when Black Widow just gave it the phone call, you got a bigger mission. Stop what you're doing. Like,
but I'm in the middle of being played or playing somebody. Come
and
on,
Thor just showed up.
And Thor was like,
Thor, they can't call him.
They can't call him. But how do you know where to go? Did he smell Loki? He was like, there he goes.
No, that was like the only plot hole I could say. But you could say that, you know, he was looking for the whatever. What did they call it?
Man,
I'm just gonna call it the cube. The Infinity Cube, and his staff had the same type of energy. So he could have been tuned into the energy.
The energy. Oh, tuned into the energy, like you know, like they do in those ninja.
Yeah, you could say that.
What is it? That's a very anime thing to tune into the energy of what you're looking for.
Well, that was a big of a bit plot.
Actually, yeah. Finding him was the thing. Knowing that there's a situation.
But he found Loki, and he wasn't looking for the thing. Was in another location entirely. With the old man.
Yeah.
The MacGuffin. That's what we'll call it.
But the staff had the same energy. I mean, they could throw that.
Alright, cool. Alright.
But that was kind of a, what the hell?
No, actually showed up. No, actually the fact that he showed up and just, I'm going to come through and wreck shop all alone because I have no idea what's going on.
It kind of make up for it. It kind of made up for it.
No, it didn't. Because actually it just more questions. And it didn't come out of nowhere. Loki knew he was coming. He's like, oh shit.
I did kind of like the way that they segmented the movie in certain parts when they were introducing the character to kind of echo the style of the most recent movie that they came out. Yeah. Like the Captain America one looked like Captain America. The Thor, where he's like arguing with Loki, looked like Thor. Yeah. You know, Iron Man, his joint looked like Iron Man the movie. So it didn't, you know, it was kind of like a blending of styles if you were looking for it.
No, I noticed it. It was definitely great, and you know what? A nicely needed aesthetic. Yeah. That's the only reason why I don't like when they take things totally out of context and revamp them, because if it comes from the days of yore, you're used to the days of yore. Like Transformers. I jumped on the bandwagon. I jumped right off after the first movie. Yeah, seen the second one. You're giving these strange robots names that I'm familiar with, and they don't coincide to what it is.
Because you know I love the ghetto bots. That makes me want to come up off my money and go right down to Toys R Us.
Don't worry, August.
I'm just saying. I was never feeling the end bots. And if all of them are robots and they can be repaired, why did Jazz have to die from being ripped in two?
His spark leaked into the ground, and that was it. He was spark juices.
Okay, you know what?
Did you see that tree grow in the ground? That was from his spark, man.
But Optimus is decapitating and stabbing people in the throat, and like,
well, you know, they spark juices leak too. If you don't have
there's a whole metal forest out there. Did you just see it?
Your spark juices fly out.
Yeah, it's called Sting Chameleon stage in Mega Man X. Okay?
Why are you taking me back in time? Take me back in time.
Hey, at least the government didn't cover up the invasion in Avengers.
Well, they couldn't. They did. I
left Manhattan.
Yeah, but I'm always
Transformers level the whole city.
You feel like they're getting funding from like the U.S. Army for this because like they always have the prerequisite scenes, like they have the emergency guys, and then all of a sudden the National Guard is deployed and they're like useless. Of course. They do jack.
Hey, they didn't even show them.
They showed them.
They showed like this. For like 30 seconds.
And not even 30 seconds.
No. That behind the clouds of smoke.
Yeah, they were in a shot.
Attention. That means they were fighting that war for an hour. Because the guy said the National Guard isn't going to be here for an hour.
So they were
fighting those dudes for an hour before the National Guard showed up.
And the National Guard showed up. Hey guys, what's going on?
What's going on? Boom, we win.
For all the credit.
Yeah.
So who's gonna go see Battleship now? You sure the National Guard's not gonna be like, what's up? Oh, it's the Navy? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's in half too. I know it.
I know you do.
Anyway. All right, so I guess I'll see y'all next week, depending on what movie is coming out next week. What's next week?
Next week? I don't know.
The date.
I don't know.
Add 7 till tomorrow.
What's today's date? Okay, so the 11th, right? So what comes out May 11th?
Nothing we care about. Oh well.
Because nothing else comes out, I think, until the 25th. That's why.
No, there's a couple of stuff to watch that comes out. Nothing major.
Yeah, you're about to make me get on my phone and look it up. What does come out?
I can just look up and see what I have to see. But
romantic comedies, we don't watch those.
All right, guys.
Nope.
All right.
See y'all next time.
Until then.